Prosecutors didn't say whether Morse used his toy to help plan the Capitol insurrection. The guy didn't even build the Lego set. It was just in the box.
It's the perfect cover.
Cover? Cover for what?
I can't break them. Take them to the melding chamber.
What?
At the FBI doing a lot to try to throw these people in prison who trespassed at the Capitol. Meanwhile, law enforcement is letting a huge portion of the BLM rioters completely off the hook. But the guys who entered the Capitol, big problem. So the FBI seized a piece of evidence from a Pennsylvania man who was indicted last month for his role in the insurrection. The piece of evidence was a Lego replica of the Capitol. Big government building, and Lego came out with a Lego version of the Capitol. The Daily Beast reported that Robert Morse, 27 years old, is accused of leading fellow rioters in what prosecutors say was one of the most intense and prolonged clashes with officers on January 6th. Don't forget, by the way, they completely lied to us about officers being killed in the riot. It just didn't happen. Even the New York Times later had to admit that it didn't happen. They're still insinuating it, but they can't state it outright because it's a lie. This is according to the Daily Beast. Prosecutors didn't say whether Morse used his toy to help plan the Capitol insurrection. But obviously they had to take it as evidence. Now, however, turns out that the guy didn't even build the Lego set. So not only did he not use the Lego toy of the Capitol as a way to plan all of this, we're going to enter here through this block and we're going to make a turn at this block. No, he didn't even open it up. It was just in the box. He didn't even build it. This now, quote, in original detention memoranda, the undersigned stated that law enforcement found a fully constructed U.S. Capitol Lego set. That statement appears to be inaccurate. The Lego set was in a box and not fully constructed at the time of the search. This, according to the new filing. This is, to me, the worrisome thing. This is why I think even some radical right-winger being kicked off of Twitter is a worrisome move. The most radical, fringy, ostracized, low-influence right-wing is being treated as the terrorist threat to the country. And the things that they are doing are no worse, and often not even close to as bad, as what the mainstream left is doing. I guess the perfect example of this is the difference between the Capitol riot, which we're told is the worst event that ever happened. It's worse than Pearl Harbor. It's worse than 9/11. Versus the BLM riots, which actually killed many, many people and destroyed countless homes and stores and burned down multiple cities for months and months at a time. And that, we're told, is a mostly peaceful protest. Some radical right-wing guy who's been ostracized, who has a very small following relatively, says odious and offensive things on race and sex and whatever. We are told this is the greatest threat. We need to kick him out of the society. Mark Lamont Hill says things that are just as odious, if not more odious. He has a program. He has got a Twitter feed. Ibram Kendi is given awards, undeservedly so. That is the fear here. There is no standard. This is not, it's not even that it's hypocrisy. There's a meme going around. It's not even that it's hypocrisy. It's a hierarchy. The leftist agenda prioritized, any sort of conservative agenda ostracized, delegitimized, and censored. Hold up. I'm glad you liked that clip. You can get the whole episode on this YouTube channel. It's called Culture Wars, The Phantom Menace. You can also get it on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, MySpace, Zanga, LiveJournal, all over the place. You can also get my book, Speechless, Controlling Words, Controlling Minds. Thank you for sending this book to the top of the bestseller lists, even if the lib bestseller lists don't want to acknowledge it. We'll see you next time.